Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to the MVM show. I apologize for missing Thursday's upload. Last week was insane. I don't know. This new job is like it's weird because it's better by far. I love it. I enjoy it, but it seems like the way the schedule is and the overtime that I do, it does throw me off a little bit. And I have to have a little bit more structure in the evenings than I used to because on my off weeks on the Metaflight job, when I'd be a week off or I was on night shifts, I could do all this stuff during the days. So even though I technically should have been sleeping. So anyways, we're back. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. It is what it is. Got a kind of a different one today. I got Talon and Travis coming over. We're going to record some stuff. I think it's going to be really good. You guys are going to enjoy it. But a little different today, just some updates, some different things, kind of a random almost podcast, but I think good information and just some crazy things that has happened this week. Wanted to share them with you guys and make you guys aware, something to think about. You know, the world, the Bible says the world that we live in is waxing worse and worse, and we see that. Another scriptural prophecy fulfilled that this world is waxing worse and worse. We know that. We see that. Doesn't matter if you go to church or not or whatever you believe in, you can see that it's plain as day. But anyways, wanted to bring out some things for protection. Wanted to bring out some things that happened this week to a friend of mine's kid. Some other things I did, just some good stuff. We'll end on some better notes and good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we do, don't forget, guys, I just want to let you know that Jimmy Moeller with Moeller Chokes has been getting all those chokes back up to date and restocked again. So you guys definitely want to go check that out and see, because I know a lot of you have been hitting me up too, like, hey, when's this choking again stock? When's this choking? You know, and I don't know that. I just follow him on Facebook. He's very active on there. He's not active at all on Instagram. I'm going to try to talk him into getting active on there because that's just another great tool for him, and I think it would even bring a lot more business to him. But anyways, for now, he's really active on Facebook, and that's where he updates when this choke and this model is back in stock, and you know, the Cryo Plus in this gauge or this model or a Mossberg, whatever. That's where he updates it, and there is a ton back in stock, and everything's going to be in stock before duck season. So don't you worry if you don't see it on there yet; it will be. And today I had so many plans to video a ton of stuff. I did get some videos done. I'm just trying to make a big backlog of videos, and the pattern testing is one of them. The next video I'm going to record is going to be the 28 gauge. And I'm going to do, as of right now, I don't have the decoy choke. I have the, or do I? Maybe I don't have the passing. I can't remember which one. I have two molar chokes for my 28 gauge. I know I have the UFO, which honestly I probably will maybe use for turkey, but I want it used for waterfowl. But we'll see. It depends on the distances, right? But for sure, I want the decoy. I think I have the passing and the UFO. But anyways, a lot of those are back in stock. Gonna be filming those videos. Was gonna do today. It started raining. So one of the things I was gonna talk about on this podcast is I think for California, as I'm recording this, the rain's dumping. We're supposed to get almost 3/4 of an inch, which in May, that's a lot of rain for us. So in one day, really in a short window of time, they said about 4 hours. And it's once it started dumping around noon, and it is 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's not let up, and in fact, it's coming down harder. And I can see the flooding in the street. And you know, it's not washing down the drainage is good because it's so much water coming down right now. But anyways, we'll check the rain gauge later on that and see what we're getting so far. But I kind of think this is the last rain of the season. It was supposed to be a lot wetter this year in California than they said it was, but it just, I don't know. It was, I would say it was a little above average, but not as much as they were saying. They were basically saying it was going to be like last year, and I tell you what, last year was ridiculous, and the waterfowl hunting was ridiculous. But this year, it's just different. It was different this year, so I bet you this is probably the last rain of the season. I feel like, I'm pretty sure. Like it's like you kind of just know. Like people say, "Oh, that's probably it for the year." I'm like, no, I bet you there'll be one more. There's usually always rain in May in California, so but I don't remember the last time I ever seen rain in June. So we'll see. The month's not over, but we're we're deep enough into it. And by the way, it's May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you. Yes, that is hard to say, even though if you say May the 4th, it sounds fine. But when you're thinking it's a number, or it sounds like you have a lisp, May the 4th, May the 4th be with you. So that is that. So let me tell you a little bit about the story that I wanted to tell you about. So a friend of mine's grew up with his kid, very close to, you go to church with, see each other all the time. His son, which is my oldest daughter's age, which is 15. Try to leave some names out and stuff. I mean, I don't think it really matters, but I will anyways. I talked to him yesterday, asked him what happened. It happened yesterday. So check this out. So this kid, my friend's son, is 15, my oldest daughter's age, and he's at his grandma's house close to his parents' house. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got this straight from him, the story from him, the one that it happened to, so this isn't hearsay. It was definitely the stories that went around was a little bit definitely dramatized compared to what really happened, but I tell you what, this was bad enough. You didn't have to dramatize this, but anyways, so he's 15. He goes out in the garage where they have a fridge. His grandmother's car is in the garage. The garage is halfway open. It's 1 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. He goes in the garage to get a soda out of the fridge because she stocks the fridge with a bunch of sodas. He goes in there, opens it up, grabs the soda out. I don't know if it's after he closed the door or what. All of a sudden, someone grabs him very hard from behind him, grabs his shoulders, and flips him around and slams him. I mean, completely slams him hard. He told me, and he thought when he was first grabbed, it was one of his cousins, because some of his cousins live on the same street. So he didn't even, it didn't even scare him, really. It just kind of oh, they're messing with me, going to wrestle me around. Well, his back was to him. Well, the person flipped him around, grabbed him so hard, and began to shake him, violently, and he said slammed me so hard, it almost, basically kind of, it kind of took him for a loop, right? Slammed him so hard, shook him, and then sucker punched him twice in the stomach, knocked the air out of him. He said he couldn't even breathe. At this time, he looks up at the person doing this, which is a full-grown adult, looks up and sees a ski mask on, and all that is showing is his eyes, and I think his mouth, but for sure it's just his eyes. This kid, and he's not a big kid, right? He's not a big 15-year-old guy. He's definitely shorter, but he's thick, right? And he swings as hard as he can with all that adrenaline because he realizes he's in trouble now. And he told me, he goes, I literally thought I was going to get taken off. I thought this guy was basically going to kidnap me, whatever. So he swung as hard as he could, obviously all that adrenaline flowing, and hit him, punched him right in the nose. And he said the guy just let him go and just stood there. He said tears were pouring down his face, and then he just took off. So this was happening at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a nice sunny day. And this guy, I don't know what his plans were. I don't know why he did what he did. I guess they found out he was in the car in the garage. So it's you cannot leave. You never know, because it doesn't matter where you're at. Doesn't matter what state you're in. This stuff can and will and does happen. And it was just I hope, because this person always does leave their garage open throughout the day and obviously leaves their car open. I don't know if this man was trying to steal his car and this kid got in the way of his plans, or if he was going to abduct him. I mean, it's kind of weird to me. I was telling Travis that I can't believe he really stopped there, to be honest. I feel or maybe I was telling Jake this, I can't remember, but I can't believe he stopped there, because if that guy made the effort to get out and try to basically beat my friend's kid up, why would he not completely knock him out or hurt him bad or abduct him? He just basically got hit in the nose and just gave up, because I know that would hurt if a 15-year-old hit me in the nose, but I still promise you I could overpower him and do what I want with him, pretty much, for the most part, probably, right? So it's it was really weird to me. The cops think that he did that because he basically threw his plans off and he was wanting to be one of those guys that was in and out, did what he did and not be seen and not have no confrontation, but which could be true. But it's just really weird. If that's the case, I mean, Landon never even seen him. But, I guess I just said his name, but no one knows him anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's really, I guess it's not really a secret. It's nothing to be hiding names, but he never seen him anyway, so he could have literally got his soda, went back in the house, and the guy could have got away scot-free, so what does it matter? It's just weird. It's weird that the guy did that, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Any of you guys want to comment in the comment section below on YouTube, let me know what you think. It's just, how scary is that, man? Like, that's pretty traumatizing. I mean, I know he's getting older and more of age, but still, it's kind of that in-between ground where you're still doing a lot of growing, you're still small, you're not, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, honestly, I guess if that happened to me, that'd be scary too, not thinking I'm going to die or something, but because I can defend myself, but just the fact you're minding your own business and all of a sudden someone's in your garage trying to beat the snot out of you. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about, I wanted to bring that up because it's like we just got to be more aware of our kids, and our kids got to be aware. Like, I don't want to strike fear in my kids. I mean, I believe in God and He protects us, but I mean, so do they. Same, when we go to the same church, believe the same way, believe what the Bible says, not our own way, but what the Bible says. And it's like, I mean, to be honest with you, how it turned out, that was definitely the Lord's protection, I believe, because that could have been really bad. And maybe that's why it doesn't make sense. Like, why did he just give up that easy? Because if he could have overpowered him, why didn't he? Because he definitely could have, I would assume. So I just believe that that's the Lord protecting him, really, when it comes down to it. But anyways, that being said, I was just going to tell a story because it's recent and fresh. But also, I know a gentleman, almost kind of like my second father or whatever, highly respected. He's talking about this Byrna. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I'm going to pull the website up real quick and talk to you about it. He was showing it to me. It's pretty amazing. A lot of police are deploying these. Right now, it's basically a less lethal way to arrest, like, violent felons without shooting them. Because, I mean, there's so many things to cops shooting, or you. Like, I was talking about, like, what's the point of having a concealed carry when you're basically, what I was told by an instructor that had been FBI, done all these things, been sheriff, SWAT, he done everything. He said, basically, you're going to lose everything fighting for your protection, even though you were the one that got abducted or you're the one that got broken into. If you shot somebody in your house, they held a gun on you, shot them, self-defense, yes, I don't know what the charge will be there, but I do know, he said, by lawyer's fees and everything you got to do to fight it, he goes, you'll lose your house, lose your cars, your bank account will be emptied, paying all the lawyer fees to protect yourself in this stupid state of California. So this Byrna, I believe that's the right way you say it. It is basically, you can have pepper spray bullets, rubber bullets, or some type of plastic. It's not the right. It's not quite the word I'm looking for. It's not plastic. I mean, I guess it is technically. Man, I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, you can go to, and there's no sponsorship here. He was just telling me about this, a friend of mine last night, and he carries it. You can legally buy it in California. You don't have to have a concealed carry. You can conceal carry it. You're not breaking any laws. You're not now. That being said, in California, you're not supposed to technically have the pepper bomb bullets in California, I believe. I think you have to have your concealed for that. But you can have the rubber or the plastic ones. And I promise you, if your wife or somebody was getting messed with, I promise you that would put them in the ground, get you what you need to get away. Or even if someone was breaking in your house, it's going to drop them. It's Byrna.com, Byrna.com. And I'm definitely going to be looking at getting one if it's, you can have it shipped. Hold on a second. What did he tell me? Man, I don't want to get you guys sidetracked. You guys do your own research. I don't want to say, I thought you can get it shipped to your house or to the gun store. He got it shipped to the gun store, but you don't have to do a background check. You don't have to register it, all that good stuff. And I would say do it sooner than later, because guaranteed the way California is, they're going to try to definitely jump on this. But as of right now, this you can get away with. You don't have to register. And that's the whole point, is them not knowing what we have. It's none of the government's business to know what we have. So anyways, let me see here. I was going to look just a little bit about it, and then we'll move on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. I was going to go to about them, which it's not popping up for some reason. It says Byrna, it's created by an avid group of gun owners. Our passion for the Byrna mission is both deeply rooted and incredibly personal. And there's somebody that my friend listens to on the radio. I can't remember who it is that always talks about it. I don't know why I want to say Hannity, but I don't think it is. It says, we each have experienced the weighty responsibility that comes with being a gun owner and have grappled with the moral dilemma it presents, right? Killing somebody. We don't want to just do that. We realized that there was critical need for a non-lethal self-defense option that could effectively stop a threat at distance. This realization was just not an opportunity to create a new product, but calling to address a deeply felt need in our society. So my friend was telling me basically from 60 feet, it is super accurate. Not that you can shoot beyond that, but like 60 feet, it's really accurate. It feels and handles the same as a real gun. I felt it. I mean, it's as heavy as a real gun. It's kind of looks similar to like a Glock, I would say. Maybe like a mix between a Glock and a what's the other one? My mind's going blank. I can't remember the other brand. I actually have one too, but anyways, no background checks. They're not required to own or purchase one, so no waiting periods. It's called a Byrna launcher. I mean, maybe I'm saying Byrna wrong, but it's Byrna. I don't think so. I've seen that name before. But anyways, check those out, guys. I mean, it might be something you want to look into. I wanted to share that with you. Maybe a lot of you already know about it, but I did not know about it. I've heard of guns like that, but I didn't know about the no background in California. And again, this is pretty much just for my California folks. There might be some other states that are weird like that too, like New York or whatever. But anyways, no background checks, no waiting period, and no registration where they know what you have. And then again, you can conceal it and you're totally legal. It's totally fine. So throwing that out there, guys, you might want to check it out if you're looking for something to keep you safe and protect you. You know, because me personally, I will obviously do whatever I have to do to protect myself and my family. If my life is on the line, I would shoot somebody to protect it, even more so with my family. But like, I don't want to kill somebody just to kill. Like, I don't take that lightly. That would be the last resort. I really don't want to do that. That's just me, because I feel like people talk tough. Oh, I'll shoot them. They bust into my house. I'll shoot them stone dead. It's like, I don't know, guys. Have you ever done that before? Do you understand what that's like? Do you understand how that plays in your mind and you play it over and again? I don't believe for a second that it's just as easy as you think it is. So people just don't know and kind of speak out of emotion, I think. But anyways, wanted to bring that up. Okay, the next thing I want to move on. Kind of excited to show you guys these pictures. I did basically waterfowl graduation pictures for Nathaniel, Blaine, Clay, and Kent. Some of those guys, you've seen the videos. Some of those guys you've heard in the podcast. You recognize the names. I'm kind of excited about editing those. I did those yesterday, so we went out there basically to the duck pond, and they got in their hunting garb. Well, we did the like cap and gown stuff first, which I'm not into that. Like, I'm not a photographer as in like taking these kind of shots of just people posing for dressed up nice. I don't know how to pose people, but the fun part, and I really enjoyed, and Jake was laughing at me because his son was out there. He's graduating. Nathaniel's graduating this year, here in a couple weeks, and he was laughing at me like, look at this guy. He's basically in his element now. Once we got in the water, and I was doing the like real fancy shots with the water splashing up and them walking, it was pretty sick. And the sun was setting, so I'll be posting those on Instagram and Facebook pretty soon, I guess, probably just because I think they're pretty cool. I mean, I definitely would like to have waterfowl graduation pictures like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Today would have been a great day, man. Before it started raining with the cloud cover and all that. Oh, man, we really should have did those pictures today because I knew it was going to be like that. But I think some of these guys had some plans and stuff, so they didn't really want to go out and do that, which going out there to take pictures isn't really the fun part, but once they're done and edited, you're like, man, I'm glad I did that. Looks cool. So I was like, man, kind of jealous. I'm like, man, I wish I had those kind of graduation pictures. And it's cool because it's 4 dudes. You know, it's a private school, Christian church school. So it's usually we have very small graduating classes. So I thought it was pretty cool. And I was like, man, that's going to look cool. So I'm kind of excited to show those to you guys. Might be someone else, if someone wanted me to do it, I mean, I would, charge whatever, just do it. It's not like I'm definitely trying to put that out there because it's really time-wise, it's kind of a pain, right? But it's cool when it's done. Updates on the new Pro Drive. Wanted to update this, just keep you guys in the loop with us. I wish we had it right now. Like, I'm ready to rip in that thing and just get things dialed in and take it out. But the update is the boat is done, actually. The motor's not on it yet, and we're probably not going to be getting the boat, I'm saying, till August or September, someone there, when it will finally be done. And we haven't decided how we're going to go get it, if we're going to drive it back, if we're going to have it delivered or what. I mean, part of it's fun driving back and dropping it in some water we've never been in, but it's also a long drive, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't really want to have to take off work to do that, but I'll do what I got to do. But the KP from ProDrive sent me the picture of it all. It hasn't even been painted yet, so the whole hull, HULL, is done, and it looks awesome, man. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go, baby. 1854. So we've had a 1754. We've had a 1848. Now we got a 1854. So I guess this is basically the biggest boat we've had. Longer by a foot, and then back to the 54. So I'm pretty excited about that. I thought we were going to want the narrow one, but we really never seen much of a scenario that we really needed that, honestly. Maybe a hair high, easier to hide back up into something just because you lose a foot on the width, it's not even that. I think it's like 6 inches. So, I mean, it's like, let's have a little bit more stabilization. We hit those big waters like we do. We were fine. We hit some big stuff last season. Me and Thomas were like, okay, it wasn't sketchy. It was just like, I definitely won't want to go no more narrow than that. The only thing is I'm concerned about, and someone brought it up to me, that I was like, man, I wasn't really thinking, but regardless, we'd still go with the 54, is having a wider boat is meaning you're going to slide more. So when you're taking those really tight corners, man, the 48 would cut. That being said, the triple chine we have definitely helps. So I'm thinking this will cut better than the gator tail did because the way the chine is. Our chine on our gator tail was just straight, flat, and vertical 90 degrees. There was no really chine on it. This one, because it was a standard flat bottom, this one actually has one, and that's what definitely helps it grab. But I do know for the fact that it is wider, it is going to be slide a little bit more than our last one, but I'm pretty excited, and I just cannot wait to get in it and do some night runs and day runs and just get out and have some fun. And I really can't wait. My biggest thing is I can't wait to see the torque out of the whole shot, how it handles loaded. I'm gonna go fill it up with all kinds of stuff and our full gear out and see what speeds we get. Empty, one guy, empty, two guys dog, full gear. I want to see those speeds. That's pretty much it. And I want to see how quick it comes out of the hole compared to the last, because the last one just came right out. I mean, it was like on plane like that within 3 seconds, literally. It's impressively fast. So we'll see. I just, it's a Tahatsu. It's like, we know we got a good, top end, and we know Pro Drive's good on the bottom end. So, I mean, should be a lethal combo, and I can't wait to get it. Other than that, that's really all I wanted to talk about in this episode. Again, Travis, myself, and Tyler and me recording some podcasts next. Trying to give Mr. Jimmy Mueller a break. I'm hoping to schedule him next week. Elliot, I would like to get him scheduled as well. I do have another busy week of work, but trying to get these done. Have to do them in the evenings, and those time differences with all these guys is quite a bit, 3 hours difference. So it just makes it really late for them by the time I can actually do it. But anyways, also that being said, we're really busy because this was a deload week for working out because we're doing me and Thomas and then are doing our program for 9 weeks to do our powerlifting meet, so to speak, just kind of like a backyard garage deal. We've done it for years. But a bunch of guys are coming over. They're all lifting at a max out and everything. I'm just doing deadlift and bench, and Thomas is doing the same thing, no squat. Some of these guys probably will squat, get their 3 lift totals and all that, but we're going to do that. I believe that is going to be on June 1st. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I don't think I'm like, I don't want to be negative, but like I'm pretty sure, like 95% sure I'm not going to set any PR, but you know, I'm just glad to getting back in strength shape, I should say, maybe not physical shape, but like strength shape. Just, feeling bigger again a little bit, feeling a little bit more tight, and then also feeling stronger because, man, when we first started back in like 3 months ago, because we had taken some time off, which we've never done in like 13 years or whatever, 12 years, or maybe it was 11. I think it's 11, yeah. 11 years. 11 years in June, actually, for me. But I've never taken off that long. The max I've taken off is like 1 or 2 weeks. But we weren't really doing much for like 6-7 months. It's kind of sad. But it does come back fast if you've built a solid base, I guess, over several years of time. You definitely have a base, and it comes back quick. And Barney's always told me that, that's like that, and it's definitely true for sure. But feeling good again. Then we're gonna hit it hard all through summer. Me and Thomas, like I said, some of the other young guys are coming over. Probably Michael. We'll have a good time and lift and have fun. And I'm sure a lot of these younger guys will set PRs because they're just young and new to working out. So it's like, man, you're just setting PRs like almost seems like every week almost. But it's cool to see that progression. It'll be fun. Get the tunes cranking hard, loud, and the old TNT barbell in our gym, and we'll have fun. Hopefully be able to walk after that for a couple days, not be too crippled from beating ourselves up, but it'll be fun. Keeps us entertained in the off season. Like I told you, we have more than enough to do for us. I don't know about everybody else, but besides work and hammering down on work, there's a lot of stuff to do. So I have yet to get out and shoot the course, for shotgunning. Was supposed to try to do that last week, but it just has not worked out. I haven't even got the stuff I need to get done. In fact, today is probably the most beneficial day outside of work on this basically side hustle that I do with podcasts and filming. It's probably the most beneficial day I've had in weeks. So I'm kind of thankful for that. You guys, if you have any topics or any guests that you want to hear on the podcast, please let me know. I'm trying to schedule out because with the way this is, unless I schedule, it just doesn't happen. So let me know some guests. I believe we're going to have Maggie Williams, if you guys have heard of her. It's a female hunter. She's real big into hunting, and she works with Heavy Shot now too. So she's on the Heavy Shot team. Maybe have Tony Vandemore on again. Trying to get some new people as well. Excuse me. That we haven't had. There's who else? And then Jimmy Muller's going to be coming on too, like I already said. We're going to be recording. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. I just was trying to give him a little bit of a break, me get some other stuff done, and then bring some other guests we haven't had, and then we'll get back to it. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and some stuff to think about, some updates, all that good stuff. And we will see you guys on the next one. Have a good week.